Today on MBC Connect, I sat down with BJ Golnick and Jeremiah Bennett talking about film projects happening here in Milledgeville, Baldwin County, and the upcoming Milledgeville Film Festival. Stay tuned. This week's show of MBC Connect. I'm your host, April Bragg, and today I have BJ Golnick and Jeremiah Bennett with the Milledgeville Film Festival here to talk about the upcoming events in Milledgeville. BJ, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
We're glad to have you today, and I guess we'll start in a little broad picture and really what brought you guys to Milledgeville.
We actually came to Milledgeville, both Jeremiah and I were freelance film professionals. We kind of work in the industry and stuff like that. And I had been doing a lot, he had been doing a lot of traveling and producing and traveling and directing and traveling and shooting and stuff like that for various documentary style TV shows and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And we actually came to Milledgeville because of Honey Boo Boo.
That's right.
Yeah. And so Honey Boo Boo brought us here. And we'd been working with them now for almost a year and a half. 2 years. 2 years is the first time that I met the family.
Okay.
And we came here, and it was supposed to be just a 5-week, 5 episodes, in and out kind of situation. And then the show ended up getting a lot of popularity and became pretty solid show. Mm-hmm. So we ended up staying. They extended the shooting of the show by about six or 7 months. Mm-hmm. And so we just stayed on. And while we were here, we started noticing, you know, kind of how amazing the city was, amazing Milledgeville was, Baldwin County, Wilkinson County, that whole area for mm-hmm. filming. We realized how much potential it had here. I mean, it's just, the locations were incredible. So as we started to dive into that, we were like, you know, this is really good, actually. This is really good. And we started doing various side projects while we were out here. So we did short films, we've done music videos, mm-hmm. A ton of stuff like that we could showcase, you know, kind of the area, yeah, and utilize a bunch of local talent, local help, right. Stuff like that, and it's been a really incredible experience.
Yeah, well, that's really exciting to think that, you know, something, you know, a specific project is what brought you here, and then you're here, you know, almost 2 years later, and have found, you know, enough opportunities to sustain your business and keep going. Tell us a little bit, maybe some of the specific projects that you've done. I know I saw you guys shooting in downtown for
yes.
a couple of different things. So maybe some of the different locations that you've used here and mm-hmm. sort of the appeal of, you know, small town USA, if you will.
Yeah. The cool thing about Milledgeville is that you can utilize this town as pretty much anywhere mm-hmm. in America, which is awesome for filming because it's generic locations, but it also has, if you want the generic locations, you have the generic locations. If you want the old Southern, mm-hmm. you know, feel, you have
character pieces.
100%. You have a multitude of that here. I mean, just the architecture, the buildings alone mm-hmm. are gorgeous, and it can relate to other places in the country as well. So, you know, there are little alleyways here that can look like New Orleans. You know, mm-hmm. there are beautiful courthouses that could look like anywhere in Savannah or anywhere in, you know, Old South, yeah. Which is awesome. Some of the projects that we've done that have kind of garnered us a lot of attention. One of the things we did was an OK Go music video. Right. And that music video, we use a lot of downtown locations. Matt McGee owns a really awesome warehouse where he mm-hmm. does all of his metal work and right. iron work and stuff like that. And we used a really awesome piece in that video. The video basically is about a kid who messes up. A kid who messes up on the playground with a girl, and so he decides he's got to fix it. So what else do you do besides build a time machine and go back in time? Right. So he builds a time machine, and when Matt's location was the location that he was creating this yeah. you know, kid's dream of a time machine. And then we utilized the playground that was, I don't know the location, but it was right here in Milledgeville. We yeah. used a county playground that was awesome, and everyone was super welcoming and ready for us to go there. We had, you know, 25 kids running around while we were shooting, trying to shoot every single one of them yeah. in this playground, and it came out great. So.
Well, that's great, and I think, you know, speaking to that, what has been your your reception like here in Milledgeville as far as the community, working with various entities, and how has that experience gone for you?
It's been incredible. Everyone that we've met has been going above and beyond every single time to do whatever they could to accommodate. Most of the time, and it's interesting because most of the times you'll go, there's a lot of places that are kind of using the film game to, you know, immediately, it's always about money first.
Right.
And it's kind of, for us as filmmakers, it's different if I was Paramount Pictures or Universal
Right.
Studios coming in here and I had millions of dollars and I was
Yeah.
like, here you go, you know,
This
no
is
problem.
about the art. This is
We're
Yeah.
like we're independent filmmakers, and so for us, a lot of the guys that we've met, a lot of the men and women that we've met in town, can see that and understand that, and so they say, you know, don't worry about it. Here you go. You can use this location. We'll talk about it at another time, you know, and just to feel free to use it because that's what, you know, they are so welcoming. And literally everyone we met, I've not met one person in town that has been anything but incredible.
Yeah,
So.
well, and that's interesting that you mentioned about the money because so many times, you know, we hear in the economic development world, you know, what an impetus, you know, having film in your community is. And I think for many, the first thought is, oh, they come in, they spend all of this money, you know, and we get all of these fees and things, but that's a very small portion of it because, you know, Paramount didn't start out as a big giant corporation either, and so it started from a much smaller operation and looking at different geographic locations that are now tourist destinations because of what was filmed there and people wanting to come to the place where that was filmed. So I think that it really is a perpetual development for the community and something that, you know, we're able to invest in now that can pay off you know, many-fold down the road.
100%. And the fact of understanding that and seeing that is crucial. You know what I mean? Because there is a massive difference between an independent filmmaker who is, you know, getting everything he can done to make the pieces that he loves for, you know, the art of it, and then someone who has the money to back it, you know, and being able to differentiate between the two is amazing. It's a good thing.
Well, and I think too, you know, for Milledgeville, while those of us who have lived here for any length of time recognize what a visual asset we have and what great infrastructure we have that would be perfect and picturesque on film, you guys have really opened a door to expose Milledgeville to a larger viewing audience, to your colleagues and counterparts in film, and also giving some maybe undiscovered talent or just willing participants an opportunity to see what it's like, you know, a day on a set, or being a part of a, you know, a production like that. So we're excited to have you guys.
Oh, it's been great. We're super excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, in my next segment, I'm going to sit down with Jeremiah, and we're going to talk about the Milledgeville Film Festival that will be coming in April and how you can learn more about that project. Stay with us.
Get your ass up. You're not in here.
Yes, I am.
Move. Give it to him hard.
No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stab me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh, you got...
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy, and giving up impossible.
And then we're gonna turn the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
Find me one.
What's your reaction gonna be? Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
Little tadpoles, the frogs, this is their world.
There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to MBC Connect. I'm here with Jeremiah Bennett of the Milledgeville Film Festival. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Jeremiah, I met you, gosh, maybe 9 months ago now, I think, and I know that the planning for this event has really developed over the course of the last 9 months to a year. Tell us a little bit about how this idea came about, and maybe some of the key players you got involved early on.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it all started out in a Starbucks coffee shop up in Atlanta. I was there with another producer buddy, and I said, you know what? I've been in this great little town over the last couple months, shooting a television show, and we started thinking about it, and we were like, you know what? This is a really dynamic place to be, and you have a university, you have a beautiful historic downtown, so why wouldn't you have a film festival? I was actually very surprised. I had heard about Bald Shorts, which is the student run, but when I had heard it was the one day, and they just did it for a few hours, I was like, there's so much great content here just among the university alone, that you could spread out to at least a full day, if not more. So, and I know there's always these filmmakers who want to submit their work because you spend 1,000 hours on a short little film at least, only to not have it go anywhere.
Sure. Well, what are some things that, because I know, like with the Bald Shorts, that's something that traditionally has drawn a very local crowd, people with a specific connection to the university. But you guys are soliciting submissions internationally, and tell us a little bit about the work that has spawned. We have now received films from over 18 countries. Oh, wow. 6 continents. So it's just amazing when you see that film from Australia. You are seeing comedies, or you're seeing, a drama piece from Europe coming in, and you're like, it's heavy hitting and hard, and it just moves you. And so it's just amazing because you think about the countries. Yes, we have a little bit over 18 countries, but we have over 70 just directors who have submitted. Wow. And then their crews, and so the people that get to see and hear about Milledgeville who maybe haven't, I don't know the person from Berlin who necessarily would know about Milledgeville, unless they were an exchange student or something with the university. So we're just really excited about. That's amazing. Well, an event of this type, certainly will bring, and the hope is to bring that, a rich cultural experience, not only to the locals, but to also be a draw for, surrounding areas, as well as some of these other filmmakers to come to Milledgeville. So what are some of the things that will be taking place over the weekend? I know there's going to be a public screening at the Greenway. Tell us a little bit about some of the venues you'll be using and others. Right.
Well, we're going to open up the whole entire, weekend of festivities with a gala at Magnolia Ballroom. The university's been very gracious to let us utilize a lot of their space, so of course that's one of their facilities. And then we're going to do our opening night screening over in the Arts and Science Auditorium, and show a cool little piece there that we can't name yet. Okay. So it should be exciting. And then both Saturday and Sunday mornings we have panels and workshops, and we have some great people. We have Barbara Garvey, who is Chandler Riggs' agent from The Walking Dead, coming in. Yeah. So we have we have people like that coming in. You have these actresses from and actors from different shows. And they're really all really excited about coming here to Milledgeville. They're like, thanks for asking me. They're really just looking forward. They've heard great things. They've been seeing the films that we've been doing here, so they feel like it's a new little hot spot.
Yeah, that sounds incredible. And give us the dates, the whereabouts for the event.
Everything except for the one screening at the Greenway will be all happening April 25th through 27th, which is Friday through Sunday, starting that Friday evening. And that will be on Georgia College campus, and then in the downtown Main Street area.
Okay, and then how do people go about finding out about tickets and more information about the individual events within the festival?
MilledgevilleFilmFestival.com. We also have Facebook pages and everything. Again, Milledgeville Film Festival, and they just go on there and they can find all the information.
Yeah, and for those businesses that we have in the community, I know there are a number of sponsorship opportunities. Tell us a little bit just kind of about what those entail.
I mean, you have all types of great opportunity from, you know, you could get your logo on the red carpet backdrop. You can get, you know, if you want to help out and put something in a swag bag for the people going to the gala. If you want, you know, your business to pop up on the big screen before the screenings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's all types of, you know, T-shirts, websites. That's what I love about a film festival. You have so many ways to market the individual businesses and for everyone to come.
Sure.
See.
And what would you say, you know, of course we want everyone to attend, what would you say is really your target audience and your, you know, a typical attendee of these events?
I have already received text messages from moms with kids talking about their kids wanting to come, and, you know, grandparents within, you know, the last week even trying to buy tickets. So we have that all the way up to, you know, there's people in their 80s and 90s, you know.
Oh, that's great.
So, you know, it's a wide variety. You know, everyone loves the movies.
You know it. Well, and movies are one of those things that we tend to, people come together around film, and it's something that I think is a connecting mechanism for people from all backgrounds and all walks of life. So one of the things that I found of interest was just the variety. I know you're going to have short films as well as feature films.
Correct.
Can you give us any insight? Are there any specifics that you can name about pieces or maybe directors that are participating?
There is one film that I'm really excited about that we haven't announced our films yet.
Okay. Okay.
March 14th, we'll be announcing which films actually get into the filmmakers.
Okay, so we've got a little teaser, something to wait for. That's great.
We got a couple, but there is a great film from the American Film Institute, a thesis film that they did called Young Americans, which is about a 30-minute film, but I really enjoyed it, and we'll see what's up with that one. We're crossing our fingers on a couple things on that.
Well, great. So. Well, you've left us something to look forward to. Again, you can find out more about the film festival at milledgevillefilmfestival.com. You can go there for tickets, for sponsorships, and then March 14th is the date that the films will be selected, and so you have that to look forward to. Thank you for joining us today.